Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hello to any new viewers. I wanted to put together a salamander Infernus Sargent with you guys, kind of like we did yesterday. This is what I've done so far to that guy. I gave him a wash of a green and then I gave him a wash of a darker green. I think that really came together. Now, today we're going to do the exclusive one that the Combat Patrol magazine has. And between you and me, I prefer this guy over the last one, only because he has a flamer in one hand and a pyre canister in his other. Now this one you will end up needing glue for. It's not a push fit. But, like I said yesterday, I prefer the glue ones over the push fit ones because I think it works so much better. It really helps to cover the gaps that some of the models have whenever you're putting them together, because sometimes nothing wants to go together right. Okay. I know that either in this video or the next one, depending on how long this one is, I am going to do some custom Infernus Marines. And it's going to be a lovely time because we're going to have to sand and use a lot of glue. Okay, so for this guy, since he has his pyre tank in one hand, we gotta put it at an angle like that. And what they'll do is they'll have little notches in the pieces like this and little things in the pieces like that, so it matches up. That way you're not doing it too wrong, and if it's off a little bit, it don't really matter. Alrighty, that's what that's gonna look like. Something also to note is there is something you can do with leftover plastic sprues that you might have. It's called sprue goo. You can use it for basing. You can use it instead of the Warhammer plastic cement as well. I like it. I don't really use much of it, but it is very useful. Something to keep in mind about that is it normally, whenever you use it on basing, you want to use some sort of metal utensil for it because it's just a pain to work with. That's why when I normally use it, I'll put down like a sheet of aluminum foil or something like that. So here is his flamethrower. I want to say this is one of the nicer ones that I've seen. So he's going to be holding on to that in his left arm. Whoops. Dropped it for a minute there. There we go. It should look something like that. Then again, another thing that I do like about these guys is you can actually, if you really wanted to, you can change the pose from what it says on the instructions. I mean, it's always a very nice thing to try sometimes. I do know that since I want his shoulder pad to be flush a little bit, I'm going to angle it up just a little bit more. So what that should do is whenever we attach this bad boy, it should be pretty much straight vertical. Yep. Okay. So I have a couple additional salamander bits, which is my preferred army, if you haven't noticed, that I got forever ago. And they're really good for these guys because you can do stuff like that. And what you can do is whenever you have leftover shoulder pads like that, it is really good if you're gonna do kit bashing because then you have an extra set and it can work on either side. So that's our guy so far. Normally, what I do is I do heads separate and I will put them on the sticks like I normally do. That was in a prior video, but for all purposes of this video, I'm just gonna put his head on there and we'll paint him like this eventually. So I also have these tongs here that are very popular as like a memento for salamanders. I'm thinking we could use this, but he doesn't really have a lot of back room because he already has a lot of stuff on him. So we might put this aside for another day to see if we can find someone else to put it on. Alrighty, there is him assembled, and I wanted to use this that I have left over too, and it fits just perfectly right on top of his power pack. So I think we're gonna put that one on too. There we go. So something else I like doing when painting these guys, which I shall show for you guys in this video, is whenever I'm doing their bases, if it's something like this guy has where it's a part on that right there, what I normally do is I will do it in 2 separate pieces. So whenever I go to paint it, I can do the base and the guy separate so I don't have any colors splashing over, and I think it ends up looking pretty good. I did that with my Tech Marine that I showed in a previous video. I didn't start out doing it like that, it's just how I decided to do it. And what I do is I will dry fit it and line it up where I want it, and then I'm just gonna eyeball it. So we'll put glue on the back of this bad boy. Then we'll set it right down there on the stand. And what I'm going to do while the glue is still wet, just to make sure it's in a good enough spot where I want it, just going to use him to move it around a little bit. And we'll end up with something like that, which I can take him off, let that dry, and then we can prime and paint the base separate from him. Alrighty, everybody, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you want. Have a lovely day. Who knows what we'll do next time.